Coming up, Mountain News this morning, the governor announced more closures last night, along with more than 100 new cases of COVID-19. And we go to Knott County, where officials announced the county's first confirmed case of COVID-19 yesterday. And Pulaski County is a COVID-19 hotspot in our region, but the county judge executive said there was some good news about their numbers.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Katie Cook. It is Friday, April the 10th, and your time is about 5 o'clock. Let's check in with Brandon Robinson, who actually joins us from his house this morning as part of staying healthy at home. Good morning to you, Brandon.
Good morning, Katie, and things are pretty quiet here across most of the region. We're going to continue to see just a little bit of a mix as we head through the first part of your day, so we're going to continue to watch that. Let's go to live Doppler radar. And you can see all that going on this morning. We're going to continue to watch all that as we head through the first part of your day. We're going to see, again, the conditions be a little bit on the chilly side as we head out the door this morning. 39 in Harlan, 35 in Hazard, 34 in Pikeville, 37 in London and in Somerset, and 40 still down to the south there. So a little bit on the cooler side. Matter of fact, it's anywhere between 15 and 20 degrees colder this morning than it was this time yesterday. So a big cool down with that behind that cold front. The wind's also cranking there out of the west-northwest there, anywhere from 5 to 10 to even close to 20 miles per hour in spots. So again, it's going to be a chilly day. When you factor in the wind chill, it makes it feel like the 20s in some locations. Coffee meter today, max warming needed, especially when you factor in that wind chill. And then the out-the-door forecast takes us in only into the low 50s today for daytime highs, but it's going to be a chilly start to the day, even though the sunshine will be out later. The rest of that forecast coming up here in a few minutes. Katie?
All right, thank you, Brandon. Governor Andy Beshear announced 134 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 last night, bringing the total to 1,452. 6 new deaths were also reported. The governor also announced Cumberland Falls and Natural Bridge State Parks would be closing. Last night, we saw just how heavy the crisis is weighing on state leaders when Dr. Stephen Stack was at the podium.
And in the span of a few hours, we had come up with at least a temporary patch. And I'm happy to report that the 4 medical students are on site. So in a very short span of time, they had arrived. They are now already at work. So to Gant and Meredith and Amanda and Heather, thank you. You are heroes. And forgive me, it's tough. We come up here and we talk about this stuff and we try to balance back and forth the humanity of this. And so I'm the first one on the team that got the chance to break down.
Obviously a hard moment for Dr. Stack. Those students he was talking about were heading off to fight the virus at healthcare and nursing home facilities hit hard in western Kentucky. And here in eastern Kentucky, we learned of a new nursing home reporting multiple cases. The Cumberland Valley District Health Department reported that the Jackson Manor in Jackson County has 6 cases. Those 6 cases are in isolation and being monitored. A 7th case in the county is unrelated to the nursing home. Knott County has its first case of COVID-19. The announcement was made yesterday in downtown Hindman. The person is a 39-year-old woman who worked at Appalachian Wireless in downtown Hindman. Officials say if you went to that store between March 24th and April 3rd, you need to be monitoring yourself for symptoms. Scott Lockard, the public health director in the Kentucky River District, says the people who she came in contact with at the store would be considered low risk and mentioned that this woman will have to isolate herself for at least 14 days. He shared some information on how that works.
Some individuals are actually running a fever longer periods of time. So a rule of thumb that we guide by there too is that an individual needs to be 72 hours fever-free without medication before they would be considered where they could not shed the virus.
The woman is at home and she is doing okay. During yesterday's news conference, Lockard also said that out of 6 cases in the Kentucky River District's counties, 2 of them have recovered. Pulaski County is a hot spot in our region. Yesterday, Judge Executive Steve Kelly confirmed 2 new coronavirus infections. That brings the county total to 30. There is some good news though. 13 of those people have recovered. Of the 17 still battling the virus, 2 are in the hospital and 1 person has also died. Kelly says the community is doing a good job at social distancing, but he is having to send a message to parents about the youth.
We've seen little pockets where they get together and they'll go to a parking lot somewhere and hang out, and before long you'll get, too many of them gathered, or if they want to, we've kind of stopped now going and playing pickup basketball. That was happening for a couple of weeks while the kids were out of school. They just want to get out and do things, understandably.
Elsewhere in the WYMT viewing area, Pike County reported 2 more cases. Rowan County reported its first case. Rock County now has 10, and the Laurel County Health Department reported its 6th case. Floyd County officials held a news conference last night because they thought the county had its first case of COVID-19, but according to health department officials, they learned before the conference began that the case is in a neighboring county, but was reported with a P.O. box address in Floyd County. The health department says mix-ups like this one may be common as the virus spreads, since county lines are often blurred.
The numbers can't be exact, and people are getting just hackled over those numbers. Why did the governor report 4 cases, but this county didn't report any cases? And it's because of the dynamics of it. So once we have a case, as you can see, we are on top of it.
The information about the positive case will be released by the county of residents when its health department confirms the details. We will have updates on that when they are available. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, COVID-19 has already changed when Kentuckians will vote in our state primary, and now it may be changing how those votes are cast.
In the next few days, I'll have the latest forecast in about 3 minutes.